Welcome to Ray Skillman Stadium at Center Grove High School for tonight's rivalry game between Center Grove Middle School Central and Center Grove Middle School North. Hello, everyone. I'm Kevin Conrad, along with Aaron Holt and Todd Pence. We welcome you to Center Grove Trojan football here in Game 2 tonight. It's the 8th grade teams playing here on the varsity field, and this will be the final game of the regular season and their final game of their middle school careers before these players move on to the high school ranks next year. And Aaron, I think this should be a good matchup here in the 8th grade contest. We have two very good coaches in Travis McMahon for North and Brandon Painter for Central.
Both have been around for a long time. They're great men. They believe in the program. They continue to stay in touch with the players once they move on to the high school. I continually see them coming out and supporting them, and not just football but other endeavors that the kids get involved in. They're always asking about them, and whether you're a North or Central supporter tonight, it's a situation where you have two coaches that are really, really fantastic character people, and they believe in what they're doing and what Coach Moore's established, but just fantastic with the kids. So it's a great game. It's a game you and I always chuckle about, but at the end of the day, what's so great about this is tomorrow morning when they wake up, they're all together. They're freshmen, and quite frankly, Coach Moore will give them a couple weeks, and then the opportunity is going to come about where they can come over and begin lifting and becoming a part of the program on the high school level. And nothing's more exciting. Kevin, you and I have had some boys that been able to experience it, and they change quickly. They grow up, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way, but they quickly start experiencing what it is to be a part of this football program, and you see them change, and it's just a neat thing to see, and I'm just excited for these boys to get that experience.
The Central 8th grade team brings in a record of 6 wins, 2 losses, 1 tie, and they are on a good winning streak as of right now. They have won 4 of their last 5 games, and the other game was a tie. So again, Central playing some pretty solid football coming into tonight's ball game. And Coach Brandon Painter, this will be his 6th time being a part of this rivalry game as a coach, and he has won it 3 times and lost it twice. And the assistant coaches for Central, Jay Barnett, defensive coordinator, Michael Painter, the special teams coordinator, and Rick Brickley is a volunteer assistant for the Central 8th grade team. For the North Trojans, 3 wins, 5 losses. The wins against Doe Creek, Chapel Hill, and Terre Haute. For Coach Travis McMahon, in this rivalry game, he has won it 5 times. He has lost it 5 times. 14 years coaching in the Center Grove program. He spent many years with Coach Moore at the high school level, and the last 9 at Middle School North, doing a great job. His assistant, John Summers. Coach Summers played for Center Grove back in the day, was on the first sectional championship team and regional championship team back in 1987. John was a junior, starting center on that Center Grove Trojan football team. Actually, back in '87 in the regional, they knocked off the #1 team in the state in Jeffersonville. And the other assistant coach for Coach McMahon is Chris Turner in his 2nd year as coach with Coach McMahon.
Coach Barnett for Central and Coach Summers for North. Again, 2 additional men that are fantastic representation of what Center Grove football is all about, and continually come back and give their time and energy, and they're not only out there with the Center Grove middle school kids on a daily basis, but they're always there Friday nights and trying to do whatever it is that they can do to help the program as a whole, and it's greatly appreciated. So these 2 coaches have a great deal of respect for each other. This is a fun game. They like digging at each other on who ultimately gets the victory, and Coach Painter came through last year after a couple years where Coach McMahon had him, and so this is one of those situations where it's going to be fun watching their mannerisms and everything on the sidelines tonight, as it should be a great football game.
Our opening quarter being presented by Center Grove Spitshine. Center Grove Spitshine, located at 457 Knights Drive in Greenwood, next to the Center Grove Little League Baseball Complex. Center Grove Spitshine taking care of all of your entire vehicle cleaning needs, and we are ready for the rivalry game between North and Central. 8th grade contest in the 7th grade game. North shutting out Central 19-0.
Talking about Spit Shine, Dan Fruits just started that company, and with the customers he's already received, they're just raving about how well of a job they're doing in cleaning the cars and the trailers and the trucks and everything that's been brought over to them. And he does a great job of not only supporting this program, but he's given additional dollars back these first few weeks to help the Center Grove football program pay for some of the spirit buses and team buses that are going to be going over to Cincinnati LaSalle here a week from tomorrow. And his support's been greatly appreciated. So if anybody has things that need to be cleaned, and when it comes to vehicles, trucks, trailers, what have you, make sure you get in touch with Dan, because doing a fantastic job and has a great business there.
John Nystrom will kick off for the Central Trojans. Central in the white jerseys tonight, the North team in the red jersey, and Nystrom with a nice kick to that far sideline. The ball bouncing around, it stays in bounds. Nope, at the last moment it does go out of bounds. Flag comes out. Ball placed at the moment at the 19-yard line, but with a penalty. Let's see if North elects to take the football at the 35-yard line, or if they'll ask for a re-kick.
Looks like they're going to take the ball. Fantastic kick by Nystrom. Really kicked it long, and I for a second really thought that thing was going to back up and stay right there near the sideline, and to the extent that Central almost had an opportunity of getting on there.
Quarterback for the North Trojans, Emery Bro. Coach McMahon says he has consistently improved throughout the season and has turned into a very reliable QB. 4 passing touchdowns on the season for Emery Brew. Mispronounced the last name on that. Dylan Stewart gets his number called on the first play from scrimmage, tackled by John Nystrom. Loss of a yard on the play.
We'll see a lot of Stewart tonight running the football for North. He had an older brother a couple years ago that played in this game, had a very memorable game, and see if the little brother can raise the bar a little bit.
Brew rolling to his right. Pass is underthrown. Incomplete pass. Intended for Dylan Stewart. And Coach McMahon says about Stewart, most consistent player, team leader in touchdowns scored, leading rusher and tackles. 3rd and 11 for North. Starting defensively tonight for Central. On that defensive line, Grant Bauer, Cole Williams, Matthew Blessing, Corey Heinrichs. The linebackers, Connor Lyon, Jonah Hayes, Austin Daming. And in the secondary, Tyler Watson, Aaron Maxwell, John Nystrom, and Logan Hostetter. 3rd and long, good run for Stewart. Across the 35, just short of the 40. North will need to get it to the 45 for a first down. Tackle made by number 33, Connor Lyon.
Lyon did a good job pursuing there. Excuse me. Did a nice job pursuing there, and there was a little glimpse of space there for Stewart, and because Lyon had that pursuit, he was able to knock it down and make the stop and force North to punt here in their first possession.
Tony Schatz with a nice punt for North. Takes a nice North roll inside the 25. Spotted down to the 23-yard line. 27-yard punt for Schatz. So a good stand by Central defensively. Now we'll see the Central offense for the first time tonight.
Central has some big boys up front, led by number 51, Corey Heinrich, and he'll play a lot of different positions tonight. I think they have him at tackle right now, or tight end.
Quarterback is Brett Boswell. Good penetration by number 46 for North. Snow along with Tony Schott in on the tackle.
Schott did a nice job there of getting through the line of scrimmage and making a good stop on a first down play.
Starting split in for Central, Trace Davis here on the near sideline. John Nystrom with a nice run for Central, gets the first down. Some nice cutbacks, tackled at the 40.
Great run by 15 there. He's really grown over the last few years. Little kid over there in the Bantam League, and he's put some size on and certainly gotten stronger and improved his speed, and that was a good burst there to get that first down run. Great to see.
Offensive line for Central, Skylar Spetter, Cole Williams, Justin Toll, the center. First time Justin has been called upon to play the center position, doing a great job. Shane Stitz and also Sina Lucas. New set of downs. North with the stop after a pickup of 4 yards. A.J. Snow gets credit for the tackle. In the backfield tonight for Central, Jonah Hayes on that last carry, along with the wingback Tyler Watson. The halfback is John Nystrom. Again, your quarterback is Brett Boswell. They tied in Corey Heinrichs, and again, you're split in for Central, Trace Davis. Inside 5 minutes to play, first quarter. 2nd and 6 from the 44-yard line. Man in motion, takes the handoff, number 15. Turns the corner very close to a first down. That's John Nystrom. Good tackle made by number 46. That is Tony Schott.
Good patience there by Nystrom on the jet, and was able to get upfield, get close to a first down. And Schott's a name we've heard multiple times here already early in this game, so he's come to play and stepped up and ready to do what it is that he needs to do or it takes to help the North Trojans win tonight.
3rd and 1 for the Central Trojans in the white jerseys tonight, black pants. Boswell, hand off to number 34. He's got the first down. Good run by Jonah Hayes to pick up another first down for the Central Trojans. Trojans moving the ball here on their first drive of the night. Tackle made by number 24, Alonzo Johnson.
Jonah's yet another kid that's put on a lot of size over the last 12 months, and it's really helped him and the strength that he's been able to get move that ball up the field.
Good job by the North defense. Good pursuit, taking down Nystrom after a pickup of 1 yard. 48 gets credit for the tackle. Gleason Mappus.
Another Mappus here in the program. They don't go away, and I don't mean that in a wrong way.
Say, and that coming from you, you got 5 Holt boys, right?
Yeah, I do.
I was trying to think. This is what, about your 5th rivalry game? Is that right tonight?
It is. It is.
Your 2 older boys now in high school. They went through it. That's 4 times. So, number 5 tonight.
Got plenty left to come too.
Nystrom with the run, flag down at the 45-yard line. Good tackle made by Kyle Winkler. Penalty against Central.
After the 7th grade game has finished, and a lot of parents are out talking to the players and what have you, we still have a fantastic crowd. Stands are just about full, and if everybody was actually sitting down in them, they would be full. So great to see that the crowds continue to maintain itself.
Big penalty. 10-yard walk-off, 2nd and 20. Nystrom in motion. Boswell to pass. Comes to the left side. Pass is completed to big number 51, Corey Heinrichs, the tight end. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, taken down by number 56.
Great play. Nice pass by Boswell. And Heinrich, we talked about it earlier, is going to get a lot of action tonight. And he's a big, strong kid, and cannot wait to see him get across the street here and into the high school side of things. Pick
up of 11 yards, 3rd and 9 for Central. 2 minutes left to play, first quarter. No score between Central and North here in the 8th grade game, and Boswell is sacked back at the 44-yard line.
Another flag down.
Face mask against the North Trojans on Boswell.
That certainly is going to dig Central out of a hole there, Kevin. They had great penetration there, and it was able to get Boswell deep in the backfield as he was trying to pass the ball. Looked like to Heinrichs down across the middle. Was not a personal foul, so it's only a 5-yard penalty. Still going to be 3rd and long, though.
Tony Schott with the sack. Coach McMahon says Tony leads the team in receptions this year. Also has a defensive touchdown against Oak Creek. 3rd and 13 here for Central. Boswell to Nystrom, goes right, comes back left, trying to find an opening. They almost tripped him up, and now they take him down across the 45 at the 44. 10 yards short of the first down. Great pursuit by North, keeping containment. Alonzo Johnson along with number 87, A.J. Snow, with the stop.
Alonzo did a really good job of not overreacting, and when Nystrom cut back, he was right there, Johnny on the spot. Great pursuit towards the ball. Alonzo's going to be a great player here in the high school.
Nystrom to punt for Central from his own 45-yard line with 49 seconds left to play. Low snap, but he handles it, gets it off. Very well done by Nystrom. The ball rolls inside the 5 and into the end zone for a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 20, so well done by Nystrom, a 44-yard punt.
2 really nice kicks, both one on the kickoff and then now there on the punt that Nystrom was able to put out there and could have another future. I'm really excited. We have obviously some good kickers in the high school right now. Kevin, one of yours is your own boy, but looks like we have some promising future kickers here that we've seen both in the 7th and 8th grade game tonight.
Second drive of the night for the North Trojans. First one resulted in a punt. We'll start from their own 20 with 39 seconds to play in the opening quarter. No score between North and Central here in the 8th grade rivalry game. Solid run for North on first down, pick up of 4 yards. Good run by Alonzo Johnson Jr.
Good first down play. Coach McMahon is settling into this ball game and picking and choosing what he wants to do. He's run some consistent plays over the last few years that we've done this game and rolling out the quarterbacks. He hadn't done that yet tonight. Makes you to see if he's able to pull it off. Usually in the past when he's done that, he's had great success. Now, that being said, he's had Stewart and Kellums, who are big, strong, physical quarterbacks that could do that with a pass run option, and I'm sure it won't be long before Emory gets that opportunity here.
End of one quarter here at Ray Skillman Stadium. No score between North and Central in the 8th grade rivalry game. Again, in game one, the North squad won 19-0 over Central in the 7th grade contest. Again, great crowd, great weather tonight here at Ray Skillman Stadium at Center Grove High School. It was great to chat with Center Grove head coach Eric Moore during halftime of the 7th grade game. We'll try to invite Coach back up at halftime of the 8th grade contest to get his thoughts about, again, what is just a great community event here in Center Grove.
Well, I tell you, what's neat about Coach is he's been here for such a long time and built this program into a nationally recognized football program. What's unique about tonight that he's never been able to experience before is he actually had a son playing in this rivalry game. And, after being here nearly 15 years and having that first experience, it was kind of neat to see his thought process by, doing all these things that he does for our program, but actually seeing his boy experience it, which is a neat deal.
To begin quarter number 2, North deep from its own territory. Dylan Stewart picks up a first down. Great job running by Stewart. He just kept looking for a seam, an opening, and found one and picks up the necessary yards for the first down.
It looks like they have a new quarterback in the ball game now for North, Riley Roberts. And not sure if something's wrong with Emory or if this is a normal scenario where they switch them in and out, but I do notice a new player out there on the field at the quarterback position.
Coach McMahon says Riley Roberts, the best leader who keeps everything going, and he's a very positive young man. So Roberts a quarterback now for North. Quick hitter for North. With the carry, Alonzo Johnson. Tackle made by Jonah Hayes. Starting defensively real quick for Central tonight, you've got on that defensive line Grant Bauer, Cole Williams, Matthew Blessing, and Corey Heinrichs doing a fine job up front. Second and 7. Another nice run for number 24, Alonzo Johnson.
Well, we've been hearing his name called out a lot tonight, and that was a great burst of speed and really good hard-nosed running, squaring those shoulders and getting into the second line, if you will, of the Central Trojans and then down to the free safety. So it looks like they might have found something here that they're going to be able to attack and continue to work on.
Logan Hostetter with the saving tackle at midfield. Coach Painter said the most improved player on this Central squad is Logan Hostetter. And now the Central defense taking down Dylan Stewart for a loss.
Great play there by Cole Williams, kid that moved here in 6th grade and has bought into the program and had some injuries earlier in the year and able to get back and be involved in this program. And great play there to really kind of change the momentum there. The North Trojans had some things going, and now it's really changed the scenario because it's 2nd and long.
Coach Painter says on Cole Williams, tough, fast D lineman. His quickness and strength makes him very difficult to block, and North not able to block Cole Williams that time. And Stewart losing some yardage on the play. Loss of 7 yards, 2nd and 17. A good stand by Central. Right in the middle of things, Austin Daming with the tackle.
Another player that had a hand injury, wrist injury earlier this year and was able to get healthy and get back for this game. Been able to play the last few ball games for the Central Trojans, and Austin's just been a notoriously strong-willed player here at Center Grove through all the ranks, and again, excited to have him get over to the high school next year as well.
Coach says Austin, most impactful player for the Central team. Like you mentioned, Aaron, he was out for a while with an injury, but when he was in there, they were undefeated in 3 games that he played this year. Strong, fast, and a sure tackler, Austin Daming. Flag down before the snap of the football. This one's go against the North Trojans. Five-yard penalty against the North Trojans. Ball placed at the North 39 brings up 3rd and call it 21 yards. 4.5 minutes to play here in the first half. No score between Central and North in the 8th grade game.
It's been a few years that we've been able to go through quarter and a half and have no touchdowns or no points on the board.
Stewart turns it up for some decent yards. Well short of the first down. We'll see if Coach McMahon sends out the punting unit. First punt for North went for 27 yards. And yes, the North Trojans will punt this one away. North to punt it away from its own 33-yard line. Great punt. Spiraling punt drives the return man inside the 20. That's John Nystrom. And great special teams coverage by North not much of a return.
Stewart did a nice job there of not allowing that punt to be out-kicking his coverage. And what a great two sequences there on a nice long punt that is covered perfectly by Mr. Stewart. And Central Trojans are going to start on their own 20-yard line.
Punt by Schott pretty much flips the field here on Central. Central Trojans from their own 20. No score. We're in quarter number 2. 3:20 to play. Lights are on here at Ray Skillman Stadium. Quarterback Brett Boswell hands it off, and Nystrom gets hit at the 25-yard line after a pickup of 5 yards.
Been able to get some yardage there on the jet. They'd like to stretch that almost to the sidelines, but North's doing such a good job of not allowing that to happen that Nystrom's able to cut it up and not going to break one. But I'll tell you what, on a first down play, getting 5-6 yards is a pretty big deal. So still worked out for Central there.
Second and 5 for Central. Quick hitter. North, though, ready for it. Good push by the defensive line of Center Grove Middle School North. Real good push. Aiden Cantner, number 90, nose tackle. Got a good push. Third and seven.
Cantner's an ex-player of Todd Pence, who's helping us out here in the booth when he was down at Bantam. Taking all the credit for that nice play.
He coached him up well. Long signal count by Boswell. Nystrom sprints it outside, takes a big hit, puts the shoulder pads down. It might be a helmet-to-helmet penalty over there.
Looked like it.
Dylan Stewart off the edge for North made the big hit on Nystrom, but that's a difficult play for a defender. Now they're going to put that against the Central squad, an illegal block on the play. And Coach McMahon says let's decline it because it will be 4th and long for Central, forcing Central to possibly punt this one away.
Coach Painter, he is going to put out the punt team. He's a competitive man, and he likes challenges. Don't be surprised to see a fake punt here.
Timeout called by Coach Painter to talk this one over to see if they might put on a fake or do they try to go for it here on 4th down. And I'm trying to think, what is it going to be, like 4th and it's about 3 to 4 yards, 3 yards, I guess, 4th and 3. But again, you're right, Aaron, they're very deep in their own territory at about the 27-yard line. So we'll see if Coach Painter here early in the game, no score, will come up with a trick play or elects to go with the punt. Quarter number 2 being presented by Global Financial Solutions. Global Financial Solutions, a proud supporter of Trojan football. President Bob Hoffman has been providing financial services in the Greenwood Center Grove community for 12 years. Bob specializes in investments, retirement planning, 401k, 403b, insurance, money management, and annuities. For all your investment needs, contact President Bob Hoffman at 317-888-1555, Global Financial Solutions. 97 seconds to play, first half. At the moment, Central setting up to
there he goes.
Punt, and Nystrom decides to throw the
Great
football.
Play. That might go.
Completes
that
it for
go.
a first down and a whole lot more. They're chasing him down the sideline. Will they catch him? They do, inside the 10. Great effort by both teams. Making the saving tackle is Tony Schatz.
Well, I've seen Coach Painter run that many a time, and he in fact, if you watch their punts, they do that all the time. It's almost a read, and I felt like just watching his demeanor on the sideline that this might happen. You could tell he was pretty confident they could pull that off, and Nystrom did a good job keeping composure of not rushing that play and then being able to toss it over the top of the defense there for North, and that it's really kind of been a stalemate most of the game. That might change the whole composure of both teams and put Central in a position to take a commanding lead here.
Connor Lyon with the catch and several yards after the catch. Puts the football inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal for the Central Trojans. A timeout on the field with 1:24 to play in the first half. No score, but the Central Trojans all of a sudden knocking on the door with that huge play.
That was a great hustle play there, too, by Schott, and able to catch the runner there in Lyon. And you know, we say that Central has the momentum, and they do, but that play also could be the difference in what the outcome of this game ultimately ends up being.
A lot of defense here in the first half. Boswell under center. Hand off to Nystrom. Nystrom, the workhorse here in the first half. Makes some shifty moves. He's in there. Touchdown. Central strikes first, leading 6-0 over North with 1:18 to play.
Really nice run there. Did a good job cutting, juking, shaking, doing all the things that you got to do, and found himself into the red end zone there. Proudly saying Trojans, and puts Central on the board. First score of the evening.
Nystrom scores the touchdown from 7 yards out, and now Nystrom called upon to kick this one. Good snap, the hold, the kick by Nystrom, plenty of distance, and it is good. 7-0 lead for Central here in the 8th grade contest over North.
Johnny Nystrom's having himself one heck of a ball game. He's been active in the kicking game. He's been active on defense, and he's certainly been extremely active offensively. So good for him.
Brett Boswell, the quarterback, holding on the kick for Nystrom. So I guess you could say Nystrom 7, North 0 at this point.
He's certainly been that active, that's for sure. I'd like to take this time to recognize Goddard School for helping make the chili supper that the Parents Club puts on tonight, and giving us their generous donation. And additionally, we'd also like to shout out and say thank you to McAllister's Deli, Texas Roadhouse, and Arnie's for providing much of the food tonight as well. It's a great tradition that the Parents Club puts on, and you got a jam-packed homestands here, and providing free chili and sandwiches is a neat thing, and certainly hope everybody appreciates the items that these restaurants and Goddard School has been able to provide.
Kickoff by Nystrom, taken by Stewart at the 20. Nice spin move, rips out of a tackle. Another nice spin move, and gets it across the 40 to the 42. A return of 22 yards for Dylan Stewart. Some nifty moves by Stewart.
Well, we'll see here if North is able to utilize some of Coach McMahon's genius in the passing game, since he was such a great quarterback there at Franklin College. Like to harass him about that all the time. Now that Coach Leonard's there at Franklin, they're breaking all of his records and everything else.
Matthew Blessing made the tackle for Central. Good special teams play by Blessing. New quarterback for North, and he's going to be sacked. Going back to Emery Brew. He started tonight's game at QB, and they brought in Riley Roberts for a possession, and now they go back to Brew, and he is taken down at the 35-yard line. Getting credit for the sack is Grant Bauer.
Great play there by Grant. Stayed at home. Emery trying to make a play, reversed the field and ran right into number 12, which means Bauer was doing exactly what he was supposed to do defensively. So good play by Grant there.
Coach Painter says Bauer, smart, disciplined football player, does a great job playing containment football and finishes plays, and he really finished the sack, and this will be our final play of the first half, and it's been a good one. Central will go to the halftime locker room leading North here in the 8th grade ball game 7-0. This is live coverage of the rivalry game, Center Grove Middle School Central against Center Grove Middle School North. We'll take a break. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
for just 2% of a typical school's budget. High school sports give us plenty of energy and excitement. For just 2%, they also give us young people whose leadership and commitment to excellence will pay big dividends in our community for years to come. 2%. That's one investment we can all feel good about. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport, pure launching pad for life.
Appetizers, gentlemen.
I'll start with the steak tartare.
And you, sir?
I'll have the same. But hold the tartare sauce.
The tartare sauce? Really?
I don't like it.
The more you save on insurance, the more you'll have for football. Drivers who switch their home and auto to Allstate saved an average of $503 a year. Are you in good hands?
Ooh, creamy brulee.
This is live coverage at the rivalry game, Center Grove Middle School Central against Center Grove Middle School North here at beautiful Ray Skillman Stadium. Kevin Conrad, Aaron Holt with you tonight. Here at intermission in the 8th grade contest, the Central Trojans shutting out the North Trojans 7-0, and this is the Ray Skillman Automotive Group halftime show. Ray Skillman, where we stack them deep and sell them cheap. And special guest joining us now, Barry Bolin, who is a coach with the Center Grove High School freshman program. And Barry, I'm sure you're out here doing a little scouting. These young men playing their final game here in their 8th grade careers or middle school careers, and they'll be headed your way next year. But man, what a first half here we had.
Yeah, it looks like both these teams are pretty evenly matched. I've seen a lot of these kids grow up through the Bantam programs, and it's fun to watch them start out when Aaron Holt used to try and teach them a few things, and he wasn't very good at that, so we had to pick it up here and straighten him out to all those miscues that he did. But it's fun to watch these kids do what they do and just see them improve over the years. It's been a fun group to watch, both 7th and 8th grade.
A lot of defense here in the first half. Central finally with a nice little trick play, a little fake punt late in the first half. It set them up for a nice touchdown score.
Yeah, I didn't know Coach Painter had that hidden up his sleeve. He's usually plays pretty basic football, but good play. He must have caught him sleeping, and it was a neat play to see. I haven't seen that one yet. Coach Moore come up with a couple good ones the past couple weeks that maybe he's trying to take it out of his repertoire.
You're right. Coach Moore at the varsity level, he is 3 for 3 this year on fake punts, and I'm kind of waiting to see what he tries to do on the 4th try. But, Barry, you guys are having one heck of a freshman football season. You're undefeated. You got 2 games left in the regular season. Tell us how things are going at the freshman level.
It's been a fun group. Like I said, this is a group of kids I've grown up with all through Bantam and watched them improve year after year. They're just a solid group. We've lost a couple key players due to injuries. One kid moved away, and we just keep on plugging along. These kids they're diehard fanatics. They love the game of football, and you can't ask for a better group of kids. They live and breathe football, and they believe in themselves. They believe in the program, and they're a great group. It's fun to watch them, and they attack on defense. They're exciting. We kind of feed off them guys, and our defensive guys just go and go and go, and they keep the pressure on them. Offensively, we just plug away. Had some great breakaway plays last week, but so far I think some of these opponents are starting to think we got to face these boys the next 3 years, and I think they're starting to cringe a little bit. So it's fun. Looking forward to these guys again. These other kids moving up next year and following them, and I think we've got some good classes coming on for Coach next year.
We're spending some time with freshman football coach Barry Bolin, and Barry, in week 3 it was a special week because the Trojans won the Copper Kettle at Carmel against the Greyhounds, and then on Saturday, the next day, you got the junior varsity game and the freshman game, and both the Center Grove JV and freshman teams won on Saturday, so a clean sweep of the Carmel Greyhounds. And talking to Coach Moore and the athletic director, John Zwitt, we believe that might have been just the second time that Center Grove's ever done that, to be able to get a clean sweep against Carmel. But that was a huge statement there in week 3.
Yes, it was. We traveled up there to the freshmen, follow what the varsity do, so we were at Carmel, so it's kind of neat. We were sitting there texting back and forth with other coaches down here, checking the JV and see how they're doing, and we kind of rib each other on the scores on who shuts who out and who scores the most touchdowns. So it was when you beat the evil empire at all three levels, it's kind of a fun thing to do. We've done it every weekend this year except for one weekend on the first weekend with Warren, and JVs went into overtime and just had a little bit of a tough go there on a play. They probably would normally put it in 9 out of 10 times. So like I said, I think Coach is looking forward to these group of kids coming up, and they're they're going to be a fun group to watch.
Also, Barry, you're coming off a big win at home this past Saturday against a very good program in Ben Davis. Obviously, Ben Davis beat the Trojans at the varsity level on Friday night last week, but at the JV and freshman level the very next day, both JV got a nice win, but you guys really came out and played well against Ben Davis, put up 60-plus points, and you didn't even get a chance to play the fourth quarter. You guys were on pace to score 90 against the Giants.
Yes, yep, they scored very first there on the second play. I think we just we messed up on a little bit of a defensive call, and they got down the field and scored pretty quick. But you know what's neat about these kids? They're pretty resilient. They didn't get out of focus. We came right back and scored on the second play, and next two series we scored first play, bam, bam. Next thing you know, it's pretty much out of the put it away. And it was the neat thing about it was, as upset as we were about Friday night getting beat, there's Coach Moore sitting in the locker room patting these kids on the shoulder. And he was fired up. He was getting these kids pumped up. Halftime, he stood there and come out of the locker room. He said, "Stay physical, get out there and stay after it." And these kids did exactly what he asked them to do. So it was fun. Fourth quarter, we normally play a fifth quarter, but we got some of our kids in second, and actually got 3 touchdowns called back. So it would have been 80 plus. So, but yeah, great win. We got North Central next. We get out there and get a win. We got a chance to be probably one of the first undefeated freshman team. So we just got to stay focused and go out to North Central. They got a really good quarterback. Coach Murphy's talked to 2 or 3 of the coaches, and they said he's probably the best freshman quarterback that they face. So we'll see what we can do.
Barry, we get a lot of the parents from the 8th grade Center Grove teams watching, listening to our broadcasts. So maybe share some information with our parents as their sons now finish up their middle school careers, and now they look forward to the high school program. Things they need to work on. What's that next step for these 8th graders as they get ready for freshman football?
Well, Coach Moore will tell after the game's over, he pulls them together and tells them they are now one unit. And when this game hits double zeros, they are now become freshman football players. And I highly suggest to any parents that have kids that are not into wrestling or basketball, see Coach Moore, because he will allow these boys to come and start lifting weights. And then Matt Adams and myself try and get there in the afternoon. We also do a speed workout if a coach has done lifting weights with them during the week. And he'll get that schedule going when our football season's over with in December, and then really start hitting it hard after Christmas break. But it's been a huge asset to these kids. They start getting, and I'm just not speaking for my kids, but I know Coach Holt's boy was in that age group. A lot of those kids that I've watched develop over the winter was just phenomenal what Coach does. He believes in getting weights on them, but not going too hard where we hurt these kids. But they start developing bodies and they start getting some muscle to them, and their speed picks up on the improvement. And it's just he gets these guys in so good a shape for the summertime. It's just phenomenal. So I highly suggest they make sure he follows what Coach wants him to do, and get over and work out. It's a great way to keep them busy. They'll work out 4 times a week usually. So that'd be my highest suggestion to do.
All right, Center Grove High School football freshman head coach Barry Boland. Thanks for spending some time with us here at halftime. And again, you got 2 games left. Go get those 2 wins and finish out the undefeated season.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, Barry Boland, everybody joined us here at intermission on the Ray Skillman Automotive Group halftime show. We appreciate his time. And again, they're undefeated on the year, and they got 2 games left, so they're going to try to wrap up the season undefeated at the freshman level. Here at Ray Skillman Stadium in the 8th grade rivalry game, the Central Trojans leading the North Trojans 7-0. The lone score after a fake punt by Central. John Nystrom, the punter for Central, rolled out, made a nice pass play to Lyon, and he took it down the field. That was Connor Lyon, got it inside the 10, and he was tackled by Tony Schott. And then plays later, Nystrom was able to score from 7 yards out to put the Central squad in front 7-0, and Nystrom tacked on the 1 point with the kick on the extra point efforts. Both teams now back out on the field warming up as we're just moments away before the start of the second half. And now rejoining me is Aaron Holt. And Aaron, very competitive first half. That's what you want to see when you have this rivalry game, and it was a lot of defense in the first half, but again, that big play by Coach Painter on that fake punt, it's the difference right now here at halftime.
Typically, the 2 coaches get together after this game. It's the end of the season. They go have some refreshments and talk about the game, and I would have to imagine that play is going to be the big topic of conversation as it starts the evening off of celebration, and certainly McMahon's going to be kind of eating a little crow there because Painter got the best of him on that one. But they're good friends, and while you were interviewing Barry, Mr. Pence and I were sitting here watching the festivities at halftime, and the Center Grove Education Foundation, who's done a great job tonight, out there trying to raise recognition and get people signed up for the gala that's going to take place in February, did a great thing, and they did a live auction for Coach Moore and his wife that if you win the auction, you get to have dinner at the Hubler household and be served and have dinner with Coach Moore and his wife Brandy. And we were just amazed. The $700 was what it went for. And that's pretty good when you think that I've seen Peyton Manning helmets go for $500 at different auctions. $700 for high school football coach is pretty impressive. So exciting, a neat thing that Center Grove Education Foundation is doing. For those of you listening or going to watch this tape broadcast, please look into joining the Center Grove Education Foundation. I think they're having sponsorships or membership rather. It only costs $25, and great funds and scholarships being raised for all the children in this community. So appreciate them.
We are ready for the second half, so that will conclude our Ray Skillman Automotive Group halftime show. Ray Skillman, where we stack them deep and sell them cheap. Kevin Conrad, Aaron Holt, Todd Pence with you. High atop here at Ray Skillman Stadium, preparing for quarter number 3 between North and Central in the 8th grade ball game. North won the 7th grade contest 19-0, and here in game 2, Central in front 7-0, and North will kick off to begin the second half. An onside kick, the ball's loose. North says they have it, and the officials say North has it. And you see the celebration from the North Trojans, and Coach McMahon
got him back.
You are correct. Painter came with a fake punt. It worked to perfection, and now North starts the second half off with an onside kick, working to perfection. So a nice kickoff by Emery Brew with the kickoff.
That got Coach Summers excited there on the sideline. I'm going to have to give him some words there this Friday when I see him. I don't think I've seen him that excited for quite some time. That was awesome to see.
Our third quarter tonight being presented by Pointer Sheet Metal. Ball at the 50. North Trojans down by 7. Good containment.
Yep, Grant Bauer again did a nice job there on the defensive end. Embry was gonna boot back towards him, and he did a nice job of actually getting everything he could up the field and get back to the line of scrimmage. But Bauer did a fantastic job playing his position there.
No gain on the play, maybe a loss of a half yard. 2nd and 10. Wing back, Dylan taking the handoff. Dylan Stewart gets us the few. Nystrom makes the tackle for Central. Also Matthew Blessing in on the stop as well.
Well, just another beautiful night. Great crowd. Lights are on. What a great way to start the weekend off. Fall break, which is a little unique this year, longer than normal. Got a senior night tomorrow night against North Central. It's going to be a fun week.
Stewart, a little bit of a crease here on the near side. Gets it across the Central 45. Out of bounds at the 44. Going to be about 4 yards short of the first down. Tackle made by number 5, Austin Daming. 4th and 4.
Good play there by Austin. Nice pursuit. Ran down, doing his job, going down the line of scrimmage, and able to sniff out that jet and make a good play.
Brew rolls, looking to pass.
It's got him.
Puts air under it, makes the completed pass. to the 26-yard line, first down.
Well thrown ball there to Schott. I believe it was on the reception. And
Tony Schott.
There's that rollout that we've seen quite a bit the last few years, and Emory put it right dead smack on the numbers of Schott. And North's got something going here, so that onside kick worked and gave him the mojo, and sometimes that's all it takes. And let's see if they can seal the deal here and get in the end zone.
North on the march, trailing 7-zip, 5:40 to play, third quarter. Hand off to the fullback. Alonzo Johnson with the carry. Austin Daming on the stop for Central. Ball's inside the 25, at the 24. Pick up of a couple of yards. Bruce settles in under center. Another handoff to Johnson. Good interior defense by Central. Once again, led by Daming on the stop.
Daming's really warming up, and it seems like just about every other play you see his nose in on that ball.
Also Matthew Blessing and Connor Lyon in on the play. Coach says about Matthew Blessing, he's been a real surprise this season. He's worked very, very hard to work himself into the A-team starting lineup, and he said he's done it through pure hard work. Matthew Blessing, defensive tackle. Big number 92 tonight for Central. Third down. Dylan Stewart gets
Made a nice
outside. Looking for the end zone. He's in there, but let's see if it stands. A flag is down. He ran it from 23 yards out for the touchdown. A flag down on the near side. It may be holding on the edge against North. Coach McMahon out on the field, the head coach for North, arguing the call, and I don't think he's going to win the argument. They do indicate holding against North.
Well, it was a good play. They really almost one of the first times tonight where they had quite a bit of room to maneuver, and you could see what Stewart can do in an open field. He had some nice fancy moves there and was able to get it into the end zone. The holding penalty obviously really brings things back, and golly, they go from 6 points to now third and 20, 21 yards. So be an interesting play call here.
Ball at the 35-yard line. 4 minutes to play, third quarter. So plenty of time in this one. North down, 7-zip. Stewart this time running to the right side. Cuts it back to the middle of the field. Damien again makes the tackle for Central. 4th and long. Ball at the 32-yard line. A.J. Snow for North. Coach McMahon said most consistent lineman. Unlimited potential for this young man. Offensive, defensive lineman. And Coach McMahon calls a timeout. 3:24 to play in the third. Coach McMahon, you could tell, still pretty steamed about that holding call.
Yeah, he knew that was a big-time play. And
the play happened right in front of him on his side of the field, so he really argued that call, and to no avail.
Well, unfortunately, too, it happened really right at the line of scrimmage is what it looks like that they threw the flag. So not only is it a holding penalty, but it's holding from where the
spot
foul took place. So, it's big enough the way it is, but then to make it 3rd and 20 is just it's just hard to overcome. And they have had success on one pass or a couple passes tonight, but this is going to be a difficult 4th down conversion to make here.
4th and call it about 17 yards for North. Brew rolls to his left, sets the feet, throws a beautiful pass to Shot. He's out of bounds, just shy of the 10-yard line, and that's going to be enough for a North first down.
Well, and there's also a penalty flag on roughing the passer, so regardless if it was just short, I wasn't sure if he got it or not, but it's going to be a first down for sure, and that's going to certainly help the cause of the North Trojans here. That's a big penalty, and I'm not so sure he would have gotten that first down originally. Yeah, he did.
He did get it. Yeah, he's inside the 15, so he did have enough on the pass play.
Well, I'll tell you what's nice is Embry really is throwing the ball. Bruce throwing the ball really, really well tonight, and Shot is having himself a heck of a football game.
Sure is.
He's a good player and going to be excited to see across, over here at the high school.
Half the distance to the goal line with that late hit on the quarterback. Ball just shy of the 5-yard line, 1st and goal. North in business. Here comes Stewart looking for the end zone. Touchdown. Dylan Stewart, 7 yards out. Makes it 7-6. North down by 1. 3:06 to play in the 3rd quarter.
Well, you know what? Coach McMahon was pretty upset on that hold, and you got to give the Trojans from North a lot of credit there. They were 3rd and 20 and were able to legitimately get the first down back. Then the penalty came, got half the distance, and stuck it in the end zone there. And this is a big play. It looks like they're going for 2. And obviously probably one of the biggest plays of the game up to this point.
Needing the 2-point conversion to take the lead. Hand off to the wing back, trying to get outside, turns it up, and they chop him down at the 5.
Nice tackle by 35, Tyler Watson. And kid that's grown up in this program, been a steady player throughout his entire young career. And as an 8th grader, that's a big play to make because the way this game's been going, I'm not so sure there'll be any more scoring. So big play in the game.
Dylan Stewart with the run, chopped down at the 5. Stewart's touchdown run from 6 yards out makes it a 7-6 ball game. Central in front by 1 point. And Aaron, we've talked about this in past rivalry games, having a kicker, being able to kick those PAT kicks. That's a big weapon when you're talking about a 1-2 point type ball game.
Yeah, it's huge, and we said in the middle school game, a 7th grade game rather, that extra points are huge in this game, and it just proves to be the case. And every single time you see these two teams come out, and really Central hasn't had the ball this 3rd quarter. So, in fact, I think this could be their first possession. Am I right on that, Kevin?
Yeah, this will be their first possession because, again, North kicked off, did an onside kick, recovered it, and took a lot of time on that drive, putting up its first score of the ball game. Good kickoff. Ball goes inside the 20, inside the 15, and good special teams play, and Nystrom had no opportunity to return it. Good pursuit by North, number 6, Dylan Stewart. Great speed. Getting down the field to force Nystrom out of bounds inside the 15. They'll spot it at the 13-yard line. That's getting it done by Dylan Stewart. And this will be Central's first possession of the second half. Aaron, that's the thing about the wing T offense. If you do it correctly, you should possess the ball a long time offensively, giving your defense plenty of time to rest and keeping the other offense off the field. And on first down, a great run for Central.
Ball control, right? And keeps athletes from the opposing team off the field, and just does a great job in helping move the ball down the field if you run this wing T the way it's been taught by Coach Moore.
Jonah Hayes with a fantastic run for Central. Move the chains. Ball just shy of the 25-yard line. 2.5 minutes to play, third quarter.
Gentleman Hayes, ball carrier. A.J. Jen with the stop.
1 yard for Central. Going right back to Jonah Hayes. A.J. again with the stop for the North Trojans. 2nd and 8 with 2 minutes to play in the third, 7-6. Central leading North by 1 here in the 8th grade ball game. Boswell, quarterback, hands it off to Nystrom. Found a nice opening on the left side of the line, turned it up, got a few yards. Check that. Tyler Watson with the carry. That was number 35, not 15. Here in the North squad, probably a good pep talk from Coach McMahon at halftime, but they've really stepped up their play here in the second half.
They've really controlled the entire ball game on both sides of the ball to this point. And we got a pass.
And it's going to be caught.
Holy cow.
It appeared it might be picked off, but out of nowhere, Tyler Watson grabs the football.
Fantastic grab. He came out of nowhere, one-handed it. And that is a big play in this ball game because they were going nowhere fast. Fantastic catch by Tyler Watson.
Extends the drive. Ball now at the Central 44-yard line. 50 seconds to play third quarter. Dylan Stewart made the tackle. Central quickly to the line of scrimmage. Play clock running down. Nystrom tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Kept his feet tackled after a pickup of a few. Keegan Gephardt gets credit for the tackle. Pickup of a couple for Nystrom, 2nd and 8. Ball at the Central 46-yard line. Beginning to cool off a little bit here at Ray Skillman Stadium. Sun has gone down.
Sure is. It's just a great night. It's here now, the end of the third quarter, 7-6 ball game. Been an exciting game to watch, but you know, again, one of the best weeks of the year. Always coming off the Super Bowls of CGBFL, and then having this game tonight, seeing all these people, and you know, you really think about the football program, and you have all these great crowds on Friday nights, and then seniors go on and graduate, and you just wonder, is it going to come back? Are people going to continue to fill the stands? And it just recycles every year, and the same thing's happening here with the middle school, and you know, it's one of the things that go through my mind tonight is I'm like, wow, this crowd's incredible, which means life is good for the future of Center Grove football and getting these stands full.
Our fourth quarter tonight will be presented by Allstate Insurance, Bontrager Agency of Greenwood. Personal financial representative John Bontrager and his family have been a part of the Greenwood Center Grove community for more than 17 years. John provides a high level of service for more than 2,500 customers. The Bontrager Agency is located at 395 South State Road 135, or contact the agency at 317-888-3200. You're in good hands with Allstate. Also, tonight's Center Grove Middle School broadcast being produced by New 5 Creative. New 5 Creative is a web, television, and print solutions company. New 5 Creative specializes in website development, e-commerce, print marketing, and design, and television production. Find out more at new5creative.com or at 317-883-9010. New 5 Creative, Center Grove's trusted web design provider since 2007. Fourth quarter should be interesting. Central leading North 7-6. Central with the football, 2nd and 8. First play of the fourth quarter, across midfield, on the run for Central.
Austin Daming there. One of the few runs he's been able to get tonight. Good yardage. Going to bring up 3rd and 3, and be a big deal here if if Central can get a first down and keep this clock moving with a 1-point lead.
Man in motion. Jonah Hayes. Good run going. First down for Central. Another run by Daming.
Daming is warming up them legs. He's capable of breaking it. Good, strong, north-south runner. Always has been since he got to play. I think he played in first grade. He moved up, play second grade football. But I know Coach Pence is sitting here saying, yeah, he did, and he's taking credit for him too. So I think Coach Pence has coached all of these guys through the Bantam level, and he likes to take that credit.
So you think Coach Bowen likes Todd's players better than yours, Aaron?
That's right.
New set of downs here for Central. Again, ball control, running a lot of clock. Long drive here by Central. For the North Trojans, they got to come up with a big stop or force some kind of a turnover. 90 seconds into the fourth quarter. Central clinging to a 1-point lead, 7-6 over North.
This game's going to go down the route right now of being something we haven't seen in the last few years, and that's a very close one that goes to the end. Depending on what year it was, whether it was North or Central, they typically have jumped out and built a pretty decent lead. The other team makes a little bit of a run at the end just to make it interesting. But it looks like these teams really have been pretty evenly matched, and the coaches have done a fine job with them throughout the year, and it's been an enjoyable one to watch.
Coach Brandon Painter on that far side calling a timeout. Not liking the alignment of his offense. 6:04 to play in the fourth. Central will be faced with 2nd down and 9 once play resumes. Aaron, a lot of football over the last couple of weeks here in Center Grove. You had, of course, the Ben Davis game last Friday. 4 Bantam Super Bowls here on Sunday. 2 games tonight and another game coming up for the Trojans tomorrow night against North Central. So I think it's like 8 games in a matter of 7 days. So probably the best time of the year.
It's a blast. I hope that you're continuing to be willing to do these games. It's so appreciative. I just love it. I get so many people that come up and say that they're thrilled that we do it. As Austin Damien goes on a really nice run, penalty flag being thrown. I don't know if it was a late hit. But, you know, Kevin, in doing these games, and you mentioned earlier tonight that a grandma in the 7th grade game out in California was able to watch this game and do it live. And you talk to a lot of other people around the communities that compete against Center Grove. They just don't get the opportunity to do things like this. And you got people from other communities that look into this night. So it's just a fun handful of days. Hard, a lot of time and effort goes in from a lot of different people, but I got to tell you, it's a fantastic thing to see.
Austin Daming picks up the first down, and the penalty was a hit to the helmet, so another 15 yards added on to the end of the run. Inside 6 minutes in the fourth. Central again on a very nice drive, consuming a lot of clock. A lot of Daming here late in the ball game for Central.
Sure is, and 8th grader that just a true football player at heart, and Coach Painter's doing a smart thing by giving him the ball right now.
A.J. Snow makes the tackle for North. Central with the ball at the 12. Brett Boswell doing a great job managing the game for Central tonight at the QB position. Trying to get outside. They trip him up. Good job. Kyle Winkler, number 52.
Great defensive play there by Winkler. And you're talking about Brett and doing a fine job behind center today for Central. He did not start the year as the starting quarterback and was put in there about midway through the season. Has had he's done a really good job in leading this team, and he has a twin brother that unfortunately can't play tonight. He doesn't look like Brett. He's a lot bigger. Plays up front on the line, and they miss him. And this game a little bit different without Brad being in the ball game, and we wish him well. Hope he gets healthy soon.
Second down run for Central. North making the stop short of the first down. Now it's going to be fourth down. They're going to flip it over to fourth down, fourth and along 3 yards.
This is a big, big play. North needs to obviously get a stop here and then put together a 90-yard drive roughly to see if they can take the opportunity of winning this ball game.
Again, it's 4th and 3. It appears from my vantage point it's a long 3. It's 3 and then a little bit.
I think
Coach Painter is going to let the play clock run down, take as much of the game clock, and now calls a timeout with 3:40 to play. And if they get the first down, one might think that could seal the deal. But if they can't get the first down, boy, that puts Coach McMahon and his offense back out there, and they look pretty impressive on their only drive of the second half.
Yeah, and as we were talking earlier about extra points, that's going to come down to this as well, because even if Central's able to stick the ball in the end zone here, extra points going to be big. Be interesting call to see if Coach Painter goes for the 2 and puts this game pretty much out of reach, or if he settles for 1 point. And if he does, then North's still in business. They get a quick score, and they can get the 2-point conversion, and we could see an overtime, which I don't know if we've ever seen here in the rivalry game. So certainly not since you and I have been doing the telecast. So.
Right. I'm saying recent history, no overtime games. So I'm sure somewhere along the way they may have had an overtime game. And something you mentioned early on in the 7th grade game, how the players that play at the varsity level or at the high school level, these guys were talking before tonight's game. I was down on the field talking to a lot of the seniors, and they were saying go North, go Central. But there's a lot of pride even with the high school guys, and it creates a lot of memories for these guys as they go through their high school years.
Oh yeah, and it's something that again shows how great this game is.
4th and short, throwing the football, he's open.
Wow.
Touchdown. What a call. Gutsy call, and 4th and short, passing play. Boswell completes it for the touchdown. 12-yard touchdown pass.
I think that was to Julius Bird, number 23. That might be wrong there. I know it was a 3, and I just couldn't see it. Great pass by Brett Boswell. Nice composure, rolling out. They were really expecting the run there, and Brett just threw it right over top the defense, and good catch into the end zone. And so they're going to go for 2 here, and again, if they're able to get it, pretty much I would think seal the deal. If not, North needs to keep their heads up. Oh no, they're going to kick the extra point.
John Nystrom kicked an extra point earlier in the game. We'll try here in the 4th quarter. The kick is up, and it is
good.
Good.
Nice long kick. Nystrom again has a great leg out there. If you're North and Coach McMahon, it's real simple. Look, guys, we got 3 minutes and 35 seconds. Plenty of time to utilize our offense and move it down the field. I'm assuming that Nystrom will kick this thing long and try to dig them deep in their territory as best they possibly can, and make North really earn it by going a long way down the field. That said, North, if they keep their composure, get this ball in the end zone, they still have an opportunity to tie this ball game, and which means that these next 3 minutes and 35 seconds is going to be fun-filled and full of great excitement, and what a great way to end the middle school season.
14-6 is your count. Central in front of North here in the 8th grade rivalry game. Final game for these players in middle school before heading off to the high school ranks next year. John Nystrom doing a great job running the football, kicking the football. He'll kick this one off from the 40. He boots it to that far sideline, and it will go out of bounds. The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. And Les McMahon, he's going to say, nope, re-kick it. Coach McMahon puts a request into the official here on the near side. He wants Central to re-kick the football. It'll be marched off 5 yards. It'll be from the 35-yard line.
Yeah, why not? That's a smart play. And
you want a big play, a chance to get great
Sure.
field position.
Well, we saw earlier tonight, they were close to breaking it. Stewart was the one that got the ball, made a couple spins on those that nice run, and
I'm a little surprised they're kicking it in the direction of Stewart on
I
that
am
far
too.
side. He
Yeah.
is probably the biggest weapon for North.
yeah, I would definitely go to someone that's a little bit less of a threat.
So Nystrom again will kick off, this time 5 yards back from the 35, and this time he does a pop-up kick to the sideline, and it is picked up by Central. Going down the sideline and picking up the football. I do believe that's number 13, isn't it? Drew Harris?
Drew Harris.
Drew Harris, number 13 for Central, was able to race down the sideline, recovers the football.
Just a mental breakdown on north side, and something you just got to avoid doing.
Take that back. I guess it's going to be Connor Lyon, number 33.
Okay.
That recovers the football. Saw a 3 in there, just didn't quite catch the first number.
Well, great play by him regardless, and that pretty much will do it.
Barring a turnover, Central just needs to run some clock on first down. Great run. Jonah Hayes. 9-yard carry. Tackle made by Dylan Stewart. Clock continues to roll inside 3 minutes, down to 2:50 in the ball game. This is the 8th grade game. Aaron, looks like we're headed to a split. North won the 7th grade game, and Central at the moment in the driver's seat, leading 14-6 here late. So the traveling trophy going to North for the 7th graders, and it appears the 8th grade game will go to Central. Wow, he is pulling a lot of guys. Austin Daming. He did not want to go down. He was fighting for every inch.
Yeah, that's a typical Austin Daming run that everybody that's been able to watch him play over the years have come to see and understand. And he almost reminds me of a wild horse where he's getting ready to buck. He flops his body all over the place, and he's willing to sacrifice every single yard. And it's just been fun watching him play throughout the years. And as these kids, a lot of these kids we've gotten to know these guys really, really well, and it's exciting to see them be able to be officially here in just a few minutes freshmen and truly a part of the high school program.
Daming again with another fine run to the 20. He just has that attitude. He does not want to go down. Clock continues to roll. 1:40 in the 4th. At this point, if you're the North defense, you probably preach stand the running back up and try to strip it away from the running back.
Yep, sure
Got to
do.
force a fumble at this point. Wing back with the carry. Watson losing yardage. Stopped at the 25-yard line. Timeout called by Travis McMahon of North, stopping the clock with 1:08 to play.
Yeah, I'm not so sure I would have not just keep going straight up the middle there.
Winkler and Adams on the stop for North. 3rd and 6 will be the call for Coach Brandon Painter and the Central offense. Obviously 4-down territory here for Central as they try to run out the clock here late in the ball game. In front, 14-6. John Nystrom scored the first touchdown of tonight's ball game for Central back in the second quarter on a 7-yard touchdown run. A 6-yard touchdown run for Dylan Stewart made it 7-6. And just moments ago, a 12-yard touchdown pass from Boswell, putting the Central Trojans in the driver's seat, leading 14-6. And again, Nystrom with 2 PAT kicks tonight.
Yeah, he's just had a great game overall, and really happy for Nystrom and being able to finish his middle school career out on such a great note.
Quick hitter. Tripped up. That's Austin Daming. Right as he took the handoff, he just lost his footing at the 25-yard line. So now it's going to be 4th and still about 6 yards. A quick timeout by the North squad. 1:03 to play in the ball game. 4th down coming up for Central. Yeah, for Nystrom tonight, a touchdown for 6 points, couple of extra point kicks. So he gets 8 of the points here tonight for Central out of their 14. Dylan Stewart scoring the lone touchdown for North.
You know, North, I guess, if you look at this here, you got a 4th down opportunity where they make a stop. And I know it's not a lot of time, but they're capable of breaking one. And this game might not be just over yet.
Also to boot, we talked about John Nystrom. Again, he had that 4th down pass where they faked the punt. He rolled out, made a beautiful pass to get the first down.
Yeah, really kind of opened the whole game up when you think about it.
Yeah, up to that point, it was a 0-0 ball game. The fake punt put him in position to score their first touchdown. Big play, 4th and 6, passing play. Boswell throws, got hit as he released it. It is complete for the first down and a whole lot more. A flag down, could be holding.
I think it's going to be a block in the back over there on their sideline.
Jonah Hayes with the reception.
Yeah, it was a great pass again by Brett Boswell. Awesome reception by Hayes and getting into the end zone. But not only did they just take 6 points off the board on that penalty, it's going to move them back even further, it looks like, and that still gives North hope here. It's going to be 4th and long now.
Flag thrown. This could be something against the Central sideline or maybe one of the players. That official near the Central huddle throwing a flag. Sideline warning against Central. So only a warning at this point. So Aaron, you look over there now, you got what, 4th and 7, 4th and 8.
Yep. And
4th and 7. 4th and 7 the call. 45 seconds to play in the ball game. Boswell drops, sets up for the pass. It is incomplete. Great effort. Great effort. Boswell's pass just a little bit short to Tyler Watson.
Yep, he got pressured, and it was pretty incredible that he was able to get the ball off as fast as he did. Good effort by Watson there. I think it was the intended receiver, and nearly pulled it off. But 31 seconds, long way to go. Never say never, and see what North has in store.
North no longer with any timeouts. They've exhausted all of their timeouts. They'll take over on downs from their own 26-yard line. North needs a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie, and they need to do it in 31 seconds or less. Rolling and passing. Brew is picked off. Picked off by big number 88. He's looking for a pick 6.
Almost got it.
He's going to be down inside the 5-yard line. Aaron Maxwell with the interception.
Well, he played that well. He stayed back, exactly what he was supposed to be doing. And as soon as that ball went in the air, he made a break for it, and that was just a perfect way to end the season for him and his career here at Middle School Central. I'm assuming Coach Painter will take a knee here, and this will be the end of the ball game.
So that will seal the deal. 14-6 the score, and they will not have to run another play. That will be your ball game in the 8th grade rivalry game. It's a good one. Final score, 14-6 Central over North. Heck of a ball game. Central led 7-zip at halftime, and North with a great game plan in the second half made it very interesting. Got within 7-6. But late here in the game, Central with a score and a big defensive play to seal the victory. 14-6 your final. Aaron, great night of football.
Sure was. Thanks for having me. Great night to be up here in the booth with you and Todd Pence, and just really kind of started the whole thing off on Sunday with the Bantam Championships. Got this tonight, and Friday, buddy, gosh, Lee, it's going to be a great senior night, and hopefully the high school team can continue to make this thing roll, and you're going to be able to call a state championship here come Thanksgiving weekend.
It's been a long time. 2008 called the state championship, and boy, it'd be great to be able to call another one this year. Aaron, these 8th graders, they're now all one. They're all Trojans.
They are.
They'll be headed to the high school ranks next year.
They'll get a couple weeks off, and for those who aren't participating in a winter sport, they're going to be given every opportunity to get to know the high school program real fast by having the chance to go lift and be a part of off-season workouts once that starts, which, again, we hope's early December. And just excited for these boys, knowing that I've had a couple that are experiencing it right now. There's nothing better, and great crowd tonight, and great way to end the middle school football season. All
right, Aaron, thanks for your help again. Also, Todd Pence, great job tonight doing our spotting, did a wonderful job. And again, just a great night of football here at Ray Skillman Stadium. Tonight's game was produced by Cedar Grove Gridiron Productions, New 5 Creative, and CenterGroveSportsNetwork.com. The executive director is Aaron Holt, executive producer Matt Murray, our camera operator Kat Taylor, also, again, our game spotter Todd Pence. Special thanks to Central head football coach Brandon Painter and North head football coach Travis McMahon for their help with tonight's broadcast. Once again, here in the 8th grade contest, Central hangs on to beat North 14-6, your final. For Aaron Holt, I'm Kevin Conrad saying good night, everyone, from Ray Skillman Stadium at Center Grove High School.